Hello YouTube, it's Din Blackbones, and I am back on Minecraft again. I am going to show you a simple way to make a spawner grinder. So any kind of spawner such as skeletons, zombies, pigmen, anything like that. I originally did this for pigmen, then I added in skeletons. I might be planning on adding zombies, but I found a more efficient way of making money for the meantime. But this is my grinder right here. I'm kind of getting killed, but right here you can see I put the spawners right in the middle. Water flows 7 blocks normally in one direction, but I kind of messed that up. So what I did, since it was less blocks, I just put a sign in the middle and a sign right above that, so you see the water stopped, and then I dug 1 block in so it flows down, because sometimes they can get stuck in a little water patch right in the middle of a path, something like that, and they will not flow to the center. So this way they flow straight to the center, and then they fall down into the hole. I might go into more depth on how to make that in another video, but it's just a simple way to get them into a single slot. So the real thing that people usually have trouble with is how to kill them. Yes, you could always do the fall damage, but that's pretty far away. As long as you're in the same chunk as the spawners, they will continue to spawn. But fall damage usually isn't the most trustworthy method. So what I do is I use a piston, a sticky piston, with a cobblestone block. Underneath it I have a hopper, and you can place redstone on top of a hopper. So above this one there's another hopper, which is what they stand on, and then behind that hopper there's another hopper that goes into the redstone work that goes around to the back of the piston. My mouse is not working right now, so I'm trying my best. So if I dig in right here, I found that they cannot stand on pressure plates. The way that they stand on a pressure plate, the items will weigh down the pressure plate, because stone pressure plates are only pressure plates. Excuse me. So because of that, you can't use pressure plates, because either the item's always going to hold it down, or they aren't going to be able to press down the pressure plate. So I don't even have a pressure plate or any redstone underneath them. I literally just have a timer here with redstone repeaters. So how it works is it always stays closed until the signal reaches the torch, which then turns off the piston and lets the mobs fall in, and then it turns back on and crushes them, and then their loot falls into these chests down here. Again, my mouse isn't working. All this loot from the pigmen and the skeletons, I just looted the pigmen stuff and sold it. By the way, this server is a server that I've done a review on. If you want to join, or you're interested in joining, I'll put the link in the description, and I'll put the link to the video in the description of the review that I did on the server. So right here, I'm gonna jump back into this really quick. The piston is right here, and connected to it is a piece of cobblestone. You can see when it comes back. There, you saw the cobblestone really quick. Basically, you just feed a redstone line in, put a redstone torch here so it's constantly active, but put that redstone torch on a block, connect redstone behind the block that goes into the block. It wouldn't work if it were from this piece of redstone, because then it wouldn't be connected to the block. Then you could do any number of repeaters. You could make a really long timer, a really short timer. I just found that this worked the best because they don't quite die, but I could make it a little better so they die every time. I just made it so more can fall in and some die. You know, it's a long enough timer that it'll actually do something. So you just place them in an order that goes in a loop, and make sure you have the ends here, or else it won't work. So it just goes in a loop continuously, and then to start it up, you could just place down a redstone torch on one of it and quickly break it, because sometimes it works where there's 3 repeaters lit at a time, and you don't want that. You just want 1, because if it's 3, it will speed up your timer by a lot. So if it's just 1, then your timer will work properly. So I have that. So once again, I'm going to go up here so you can see how I did this. They literally spawn right in the middle. Water flows from every direction. You can make this as big as you want. I would keep it below 7 blocks though. Since mine's smaller than 7 blocks, I just dug into the wall, let it flow down, and put the signs in the middle. Then I put my spawners right in the center. It works best if the spawners are right in the center, because then more mobs spawn around the spawners. If you put them right in the corner of the room, less mobs will spawn because there's not as much space around the spawner. So I would put them right in the center of the room, and then they fall down, remember, into this little hole. Let me break this. I gotta be careful because most of the time this fills up with baby pigmen. I didn't break the bottom one, so the baby pigmen are still in there. Yeah, see them all down there. Yeah, so it opens up, they fall in here. It just opens for a split second so they can fall in. And then it kills them, and their loot will then fall into these chests. Oops. And then you're able to loot it, and on this server there's /shop, so you can sell all of your loot for pretty good prices. So this is one of my grinder ideas, which is someone's probably already made it, but I just came up with this while I was doing it. But it's a really easy idea. If you have redstone, as long as you have redstone, you're fine. If you don't have redstone, I would go with the falling, especially for skyblock. Just go with the falling trap. I might make another video on this grinder, which is my blaze grinder. It doesn't let you one-hit kill the blazes, but I do have a looting sword, so I can collect the blaze rods, and I get a ton of experience. As you can see, I have 52. The highest I've ever gotten with this this one grinder is probably 90, and then I enchant stuff. So this used to be a grinder of mine, but that was removed. I'm going to have to remake it, but something happened in the server, and I don't want to go into detail with that, but I will hopefully remake that, and maybe I'll make the video of me remaking it. It will be an iron golem spawner. I have 12 spawners. They're not on me right now, but it works best with a lot of spawners, so many iron golems can spawn. But this is just the one that I was showing in this video. They spawn in the middle, flow in to the center, fall onto a hopper, get crushed by the piston, and their things fall inside. And remember, when you're making lots of spawners, grinders like this, keep them all within a chunk. This is the chunk area. I outlined it with this end stone. I just wanted to make sure that everything was inside. You see, it kind of goes outside with this, but as long as the spawners are in the chunk. The iron golem one was outside of it because it generated a lot more money, so I didn't need to sit around these ones. I just sat over there to get money. For this one, I just sit here to get experience. The way I opened this menu was F3G. It's the same idea as F3A, which is reloading all the chunks, so you can kind of see it. F3G. So thank you for watching this video. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll do more videos later.